check. Hello. Hello, good morning everyone. Good morning students. Good morning everyone. Okay, so welcome you back to SIESSBS. So I hope all of you are sitting according to the number which is given to you. So we'll be starting sharp at 10:30. So I request everyone to maintain the decorum and sit as per your number which is given to you. And one more thing which I would like to mention everyone, that if all the things which we are going to do today here will be recorded on YouTube. So please maintain the decorum and follow the discipline. That's something which I would like to request everyone, because whatever happens here will go to your YouTube directly. So please maintain the decorum. That's something which I would like to request everyone. So you can click the photographs outside, but please don't stand and click the photograph when the event is on. That's a sincere request to everyone. Please don't click the photograph here when the event is on. You can go outside and click as many photographs as you want. You can take the screenshot of the YouTube video which will be given to you later, right? And see that you all follow the line. When your names are called out, please stand up. 5 students' names will be called out together. So please stand up and then come according to your names. So that's a sincere request to everyone. And there is one more arrangement which we have done here. When you stand up and when you receive your certificates on the stage, you are requested to go from the last line, go outside, right? And then from outside you will have to come inside and sit in your place where you are allocated, right? So that's a request to everyone. So our volunteers are there to guide you. Volunteers are going to be guiding you on this. So please follow our volunteers. Thank you so much.
Hello, check.
Okay, graduating students and parents. Okay, before we actually begin the procession, before you all get the certificates, congratulations to each one of you. Degrees will come very soon, but congratulations to each one of you. I'm really happy, excited. It's been a time for me to look at each one of you. We started 2 years back, and it's already 2.5 years. You have started working in the organization. It just looks as if you all have grown up so fast. I'm thankful to the parents. Thank you very much that you could make for your sons, daughters, convocation. I know there's a challenge for the space, so apologies from our side that we could not accommodate all the parents, so please understand our concerns also. Convocation is a very, very important occasion, not only for you, but for your parents, and also for the institution. We therefore request each one of you, a humble request, that follow certain discipline. Dr. Ira is here. She will let you know how we are going to be going about with the certificates distribution. We will have the toppers sitting here, and the toppers will be of different specialization. There could be a challenge where you will have to walk in. Anand will show you right now. You will have to walk in, take your certificate, go back outside the Audi, and then come back. Now, when you are going back, coming outside from the Audi, 100% there is going to be some kind of chaos outside. We request you, because there is a direct live streaming going on. While you are watching here, somebody else is watching far off. And therefore, discipline is most important. You can enjoy, we'll give you time to enjoy, but follow certain protocols. So Anand will now demonstrate exactly how would you go about. Let's start with Anand. The toppers will go from this side. Yes. Yes, Anand. Would you start? Yes, you will walk from there. Yeah. Yes. You will walk from there. You will walk right up. Please walk behind the podium. Please walk behind. Okay, there's no space. You will stand here. We will give you a space so that when the convocation ceremony, your degree distribution begins, we will ensure that the tables are kept a little outside, far off. You walk in, you stand over there, the photographer is there. Please do not come outside and click pictures. It's a request. You may give your mobile phones definitely to somebody, but please do not stand here and click pictures. The photographer is there. Every student will get a separate copy. Okay? You will take the certificate, you will walk, you will go behind, you will walk behind. The challenge is going to be now, yes, the parents will get a little disturbed. I'm sorry for that, sir. So you'll have to walk from back, because there's no other alternative that we have seen. You will walk behind, yes. And yes, yeah, I know. Thoda stretch hoga, but that's okay. The CRs are looking at me as if like उन्होंने कभी देखा ही नहीं है convocation SIES का. First time. Organize उन्होंने ही किया था. Yeah, first time. Talha is here. Okay, now this is a challenge. Once you are here, there are 9 students or 10 students sitting. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 students will stand there, because at one point of time we will call 5 people's name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means the 5 students going there and standing. The next 5 students would be ready. When they empty the entire row, then students can walk in and sit at any place. That means this row has to be empty. All in all, what I'm requesting you is that please ensure that discipline is most important in convocation. Everything is going to be recorded. Everything is going to be recorded. So please maintain that discipline. You have SIAS. आज last day है SIAS का instructions देना. सुनना है तो सुनो, नहीं सुनना है तो वो आपकी मर्जी. But I would request you personally. Student council are here. Student council members are here. Anybody is here? Student council, student have some seats in next 15 minutes. We'll decide. So all those students whose two parents are there, we will ensure that if the seats are vacant, the faculty members will not sit. We will ask your parents to sit down. Okay? Varsha, where's Varsha? Yeah. Faculty members जो है वो नहीं बैठेंगे, आपके parents को बिठाएंगे. I promise that. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you, Anand. Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
A very good morning to everyone present here. We are honored to welcome you to the convocation ceremony of the 28th PGDM batch 2023-25. It is a privilege to have you with us on this special occasion. This ceremony serves as the formal recognition of the graduating class of 2025. A group whose curiosity and drive have left an indelible mark upon our institution. We gather not just to confer degrees, but to celebrate the immense potential that each graduate carries forward. To preserve the dignity and smooth flow of the ceremony, we would appreciate if you would follow these guidelines. We kindly request that everyone put their phones on silent mode. Our official photographer will be capturing all special moments throughout the ceremony. So we request that you refrain from personal photography and remain present in the moment. The dais will be open for photos with your loved ones once the ceremony concludes. We are delighted to announce that this ceremony is being live streamed globally on YouTube and is also being premiered in Lecture Hall 2, ensuring that no matter where your loved ones are, they are a part of this story. As this is on YouTube, you can always take a screenshot at any time. While coming forward to receive your convocation certificate, please approach the dais from the right and exit gracefully from the left. After the ceremony, we request all the graduates to return their convocation gowns to the designated areas. Once you have returned your gowns, you may collect your photographs from the same area. Thank you. We now request everyone to rise in anticipation of the academic procession. Please rise. The procession is led by the Joint General Secretary of the Student Council, Kailash Dinesh. Joining him are our distinguished dignitaries, our Director, Dr. Deepa Dikshit Ma'am, our guest of honor, Shri Mahesh Rajaraman, and our chief guest, Shri Sriram Iyer Sir, along with the Dean of Academics, Dr. Nitin Vazrani, and Chairperson PGDM, Dr. Swati Kulkarni Ma'am, and the student toppers who represent the academic spirit of our institution.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, Kailash Dinesh, along with my co-host Gail D'Souza, am truly honored to be anchors for this special occasion. It is our privilege to walk you through an event that celebrates achievement, dedication, and the spirit that defines our community. As we move forward towards the lighting of the ceremonial lamp, we pause to recognize what this moment truly symbolizes. The lamp is more than just a tradition. It represents enlightenment, purpose, and a spark that ignites each and every one of our growths. After all, as they say, the fire is not a mind that should be filled, but a fire that should be kindled. Today, we kindle that very fire together. I request our director, Dr. Deepa Dikshit ma'am, along with all the dignitaries, to kindly light the lamp, which will be followed by an invocation prayer by the students of Ved Pathshala.
गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसाधनम् श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ भूमिर्भूम्नाद्यौर्वरिणान्तरिक्षं महित्वा उपस्थे देवेऽव्यदितेऽग्निमन्नादमन्नाध्यायादधे आयङ्गौ पृश्निरक्रमीदसनन्मातरं पुनः पितरं च प्रयन्सुवः त्रिगुंशद्धाम विराजति वाक्पतङ्गाय शिश्रिये प्रत्यस्य वहद्युभिः अस्य प्राणादपानत्यन्तश्चरति रोचना व्याख्यन्महिषः सुवः जिह्वा क्रुद्धः परो वपमन्युना यदवर्त्या सुकल्पमग्ने तत्तव पुनस्त्वोद्दीपयामसि यत्ते मन्युपरोक्तस्य पृथिवीमनुदध्वसे आदित्या विश्वे तद्देवा वसवश्च समाभरन् मनोज्योतिर्जुषदामाज्यं विच्छिन्नै यज्ञगुंसमिमं दधातु बृहस्पतिस्तनुतामिमन्नो विश्वे देवा इह मादयन्ताम् अग्ने समिधः सप्त जिह्वा सप्त हरिः ओम्
We request the ushers to kindly guide the dignitaries to the dais. Let me share a small thought. Every institution, every journey has one guiding light, the North Star, that doesn't just shine, but shows the way. For us, through every semester, every challenge, every milestone, that steady, reassuring direction has come from one person. And today, we have the privilege of inviting that very North Star of our institution, our director, Dr. Deepa Dikshit ma'am. I request ma'am to kindly come to the podium and address the graduating batch of 2023-25.
Good morning, everybody. Indeed, wonderful to see you all back in campus after having dipped your feet a little bit in the world of work, having completed the 2-year program. So, a real warm welcome to all of you. A very good morning and welcome to the guest of honor, Mahesh Rajaram sir, the Chief Risk Officer from Mahindra Finance, our chief guest, Sriram Iyer, Brand Marketing Director from PepsiCo, my Dean Academics and HOD HR, Dr. Nitin Vazirani, Chairperson, Dr. Swati Kulkarni for the PGDM program, my HODs, Dr. Rajesh Nair, Vani Kamath, Professor Hirendra Soni, all my faculty colleagues, many of who are currently not here but are managing everything behind the scene, staff members, parents, and my dear students. A very warm welcome once again back to SIES and to the convocation ceremony of the PGDM batch of 23-25. Today is a special day. Especially, I'm sure all of you are reminiscent of the day when you started over here. This was probably the first spot that you sat in when your induction program began 2 years back, when you joined the campus. And yours was also the batch that came back to campus after COVID. So you were the first full-time campus students after we ended our battle with COVID. So it certainly was very, very special. Today is really about celebrating your commitment to learning, to the sacrifices that your parents and your loved ones made when you stayed focused, the bond that you developed with your faculty, your batchmates, and with the SIES family overall. SIES is always inspiring you to rise with education. That is what we stand for. And I would like to compare it with a banyan tree, where you grow strong at the core, but you're constantly expanding in ways that allow others also to grow. Today we have some fantabulous personalities with us to celebrate this important day with you and to make it memorable. A couple of lines before they take over the stage and inspire you to do better, to do well, and to continue remaining relevant. So I was looking up, like a good MBA director, I looked up their LinkedIn profiles, I looked up what their organizations are doing to get some seeds of inspiration for myself and for you. Mahindra Finance is partnering with Impact Guru Foundation and is expanding its Dhan Samvad program. This initiative aims to build financial and digital resilience. So for me, this talked about embodying the value of collaboration, something that all of us can take a leaf out of, and to connect with the root of the business. PepsiCo introducing craft or gourmet options, Red Rock Delhi, we were talking about it earlier, and leveraging millet-based products and seeing India as a key growth engine by investing heavily in capacity and new plants in UP, Assam, MP signifies the recalibration of how the food industry is moving from only taste to taste with healthy options. Where you would see only parents sitting in the room when people were getting convocated, today you have some children also here. So that's certainly some recalibration of how we look at families and who's doing an MBA today. And finally, I was looking at what is it that connects with you. We call you Gen Z, the ChatGPT generation. So I went to ChatGPT And I said, tell me how you can inspire my MBA convocates for today. So ChatGPT said, look, asking the right questions is important if you want the right answers. Use technology for speed. But more than anything, if you want to take inspiration from me, ChatGPT said your degree is not a destination, it's a license to keep learning. So that's the ChatGPT response to you. So today we will have the joy, you will have the joy of receiving your convocation certificate at the hands of two very learned and experienced people, and they will share their journey and something for you to take away. I want you to enjoy every moment of this, cherish it, and at the end of the day, when we give you the photograph where you're receiving the, your degree, I want you to remember that this was a moment when something within you changed. And find that one bit of inspiration that you will take home and set another milestone for the future. So once again, thank you very much for being here today, and really warm welcome to all of you, and I hope you have a glorious day and a great life ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Your address today was not merely a series of remarks, but a generous offering of wisdom and perspective. Let me introduce you to somebody today. In a world where trust in finance is fragile and risk constantly evolves, there are few leaders who quietly become the backbone of stability. Today, we welcome one such pillar. Over 30 years ago, a young professional entered the financial sector not to chase numbers, but to understand the story behind them. Since then, he has dedicated his career to strengthening the systems that safeguard India's financial landscape. At HDFC Bank, Yes Bank, and Mahindra Financial Services, Shri Mahesh Rajaraman sir built and led robust risk management frameworks. He didn't just design process, he created culture of responsibility, awareness, and integrity. He established fraud risk management functions that protects millions of Indians and developed strong retail SME portfolios that enabled businesses to grow with confidence. When India needed leaders to shape the future of identity and payments, he stepped forward, contributing to the RBI Committee of Aadhaar implementation and playing a pivotal role in the India's Payment Credit Risk Council. Currently, he is working with Mahindra Finance as the Chief Risk Officer. As we speak of a reputed company like Mahindra Finance, we would also like to welcome our very proud alumnist, Mr. Sachin sir, and thank him for giving us the time and pleasure to host him today. I request our Director, Dr. Deepa Dikshit ma'am, along with our Dean Academics, Dr. Nitin Vazrani sir, to kindly felicitate our guest. I request Mahesh sir to kindly address the room.
So good morning. Fresh faces. Madam has already set a high expectation for the speakers as well. So I was just telling her when she had a conversation. So I think first of all I must thank the SIS Management Institute for inviting me. It's and I'm really humbled by this August gathering. Thanks to my friend Sachin has also made an impact in getting me in here. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Deepa Dikshit, my colleague Sriram Iyer, who is coming from PepsiCo, Dr. Nitin Vajrani, and Dr. Swati Kulkarni. Thank you. And I think I would start with this conversation where Deepa Madam clearly said that how you make people think. So I just want to, in Mahindra, they normally, when you're top level, they allow you to fly. And I was given an opportunity to fly in a private jet with Anand Mahindra. So that sense, I think he was having a very good conversation. When you have a person like Anand Mahindra, you don't speak, you listen, right? So he was asking a very simple question saying, have you looked at yourself beyond your LinkedIn profiles? Okay. There is one thing like LinkedIn profile which is essential because you are in a corporate environment, you have to connect with people. And I think I must say that the most important thing in your journey should be the building of connections. So he pointed out those things and he said, how does one describe you as a person beyond your LinkedIn profile? Saying that I've got this MBA degree and I've worked in so many institutions and everything. How does one remember you as a person? So that's something which, as new youngsters getting into the corporate arena, you have to be conscious about. What are those 3-4 core principles which I will never dilute in my life? So that's something which you need to think through. For example, if you ask me, my core principle is integrity. And I will not compromise on integrity, even it comes to my job. So that's something which you need to be very, very clear and ensure that you are on that path. Something similar, you may have your own thoughts, you may have your own value systems. And today we are all youngsters sitting in, but we must thank the parents. We talked about Mr. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but you should also talk about a mother who was 100 years old. And these parents are the people who are getting you the education. And my sincere pranams to all the parents who are here actually. Because I myself was a proud parent for my daughter when she finished her graduation from IIT Madras and it was on my birthday. So I said, what better gift you can give me? So I think it's a very emotional moment for the parents when they see their kids graduating and graduating from the best of the institutions. So I think it's the fundamental point is now coming to the point that you're moving from a college to a corporate. Actually, you'll be moving from friends to colleagues. Flexibility, you had all the flexibility with your professors, you can have an argument with them, you can have a debate, those are also possible in the corporates, but you move from flexibility to a little bit of a structured approach. And I must claim a disclaimer here that I have not looked into ChatGPT, it is just all my thoughts which I came into my mind. So I normally don't want to get into ChatGPT when I come to this forum because I will normally talk from my heart actually. But in terms of if I look at this entire career, so-called 30 years, people say 30, 35, your grandfathers would have had a 40-year of career. Now it is coming to 35 and our generation is coming to 30, your generation will come to 25 years. It's a game of cricket. Let me put it very simply. If you get out faster in the earlier overs, then your career is gone for a toss. So the immediate point which I am trying to say is have patience. I mean, that's something, gone are the days when people said common sense is rare, but now I'm saying patience is rare. And thanks to our gadgets without which we cannot go anywhere actually, which adds to that whole thing. So I think patience is very important. You join an organization. I mean, not everybody get the best of the brands. But people who when you get into a decent brand, work for the organization for 4 to 5 years, 6 to 7 years. I can remember an incident when I moved from HSBC to HDFC Bank. That was after 7 or 8 years. The HDFC Bank HR said, you're jumping jobs. I said, where? I just had one job jump. So I think the most important thing is what organizations see is stability. And when we, at very senior levels, when you do interviews, when we see people jumping 3 to 4 jobs in a span of 15 years, and we say, what is the stability? Because the organization is investing on you when you're hiring you. So we want stability from you. We don't want to send people, or we want stability from you actually. So most important thing, I mean, sum and substance here, what I want to talk about is your patience and stability in the organization which you're working. And the good point is most of the youngsters who are graduating or already graduated, they are coming for ceremony year, is that have that amount of patience in your organization, whichever you work. See people around you, learn from people around you. The most important thing which which is very, very important is about your AI build-up. You saw Satya Nadella yesterday giving a very clear mandate to his top management saying, boss, either do AI or, thank you, either do AI or perish. So I think it's very, very important that AI becomes a very fundamental part of the entire journey of yours. Now, there are many talks going about that, how much the AI investments will go big, how much will come down, is it a bubble? There are a lot of round tripping happening in terms of investments in US on AI-based companies. In fact, the US stock market is going up because of the AI-based companies. One AI company is investing in another AI company is investing in another AI company. So therefore, there is a lot amount of round tripping happening there. That aside, but what is there good for us? In everything, we should take the good of it, and then we work according to it, actually. Coming to your leadership values, actually most important thing is, I would say, problem solving. Problem solving ability is very, very important. When you go into the many, many organizations, where they look for is not for a person who comes, sir, there is a problem there. The problem hai, to aap solve karo na. So that is a very simple philosophy which the organizations want, actually. They look for problem solving issues, and I can give you from, my examples will be like, it will be like giving some boasting thing, but I am not here. Don't look at the example, look at the learning, actually. So when I was working in an organization in collections division, which is typically in BFSI, collection is a very tough job. One side you have to lend, the other side you have to collect money also. So, and that's the biggest job of it. So then there was a problem in Bangalore, and I was a very youngster, and said, boss, you have to solve the collection matter. So I took a plunge saying that, boss, 3 months project, Bangalore, delinquencies ko kam karna hai. Bring down the delinquencies drastically. So it really helped to get the visibility. Now I could have just stepped aside and say, okay, there is some location, some problem in the area. And this is where you have to be watchful when you get into your corporate jobs. You'll have to see where there are problems. And this is the age where you can take a calculated risk. And I'm not talking about blind risk. I'm talking about informed risk which you take and then go and solve the problem. The most important thing is the location. People are stuck to their locations. You have to have the ability to move around. And people who have been successful have the ability to move, have moved around the locations. We were just checking with Shriram. He was in Gurgaon. He has moved to Bombay. So like this, for me, Chennai, Bombay, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and many of the areas where we were working and ensuring that we are coming to the corporate office finally. Some of the important facts which you need to know is always work for the interest of the organization. This is an alma mater which has helped you to graduate. You joined an organization, work for the organization. Of course, you have to align with your bosses, whatever good job you've done, and some hacking I should be giving it to you. आप जो कुछ भी काम कर रहे हैं ना, उसको अपने boss को पहले बता देना. So that he also knows what you are doing actually. And more importantly, always do good for the organization. And any decision you are taking, if you know that you are doing good for the organization, technically means that you can convince anybody in the organization. So that's a limited point. For example, when we are faced with a situation in merger with some other bank merging with SDFC Bank, and there were some challenges which were there, and I went to my boss, who we still call as a risk guru. His name is Paresh Ugankar. And I said, this is a problem which I'm facing, I don't know how to handle. He said, please, your motive is first the organization, second is the investor, third is the people. So I think that kind of clarity you need to have in your approach. And as long as you have that, I think it's very, very important that you will be able to easily sail in your journey actually. Finally, the most important thing is don't cling on to a job role. Moment you realize that you're an expert in the role, move away. People are very holding their chairs, saying, boss, I'm an expert, nobody can dispense with me. Now AI can dispense anybody actually. So the most important thing is, if you know that you're a successful person in the job role, immediately go to your boss and ask for a job rotation. I'll just give you a simple example. When I was handling fraud risk and I was 8 to 10 years in fraud risk, everybody started saying, "Boy, this is the guy for doyen in finance industry for fraud risk management." Was in the advisory board for MasterCard. Then I realized that, boy, this is too much. I should move away from this comfort zone and move into a different role and handle something different. So the important message is not about me going places. It's about the point which I'm trying to highlight here is your ability to go into less comfort zones. You have done something, move away from it. If you are getting something additional to the job, it's fine. But if you are not getting also, you have to have the courage to leave what you're doing and go something new actually. So that is very, very important in your job roles because that's what makes you impact from your individual actually. And finally, the point on purpose beyond profit. I think most important thing is, Madam mentioned about a program in Mahindra Finance. Most of you will not know this Mahindra Group has having a program called Nani Kali, which means giving education to the girl children. So that's a big program which has been anchored by Anand Mahindra himself. So I think that's an important program, and like this there are many CSR initiatives which have been done in your own organization. We have an example of Sachin himself working along with his institute to ensure that he contributes to this organization. I think very, very important that you should ensure that you contribute to the institution in a very big way. And don't forget the roots, which is the college which you studied, the school which you studied. And one or other teacher would have influenced you. And that is, and the organizations which we worked. Today we are here sitting, standing and speaking is because our teachers, our professors, our mentors in the industry, whom we, today even in the Teachers' Day, I appreciate, I just sent a message giving a pranam to my teachers actually, who were there in my school and also in colleges. That's, those days there was no WhatsApp. Huh? So we have to actually find where our teachers are there and ensure that they are, we convey our sincere pranams to them actually. I think that's very, very important. And if you, so one simple thing which we did in our college, when I did my mathematics in Loyola in Chennai, I realized that saying we have done a good thing, we good, the organization is, the college has provided us good education, but what have we done? And there was one teacher who used to influence us, Dr. Bharati, she's still there. She's a PhD in mathematics, and she's produced some 15 to 20 PhDs by this time. So whenever we used to ask a question, she will again ask us a question back, what do you think? Now many people think the professor doesn't know. That's a typical student mentality to say, boss, ye professor ko aata nahi hai, humko wapas question puchte hain. That's not the one. Now they ask questions for us to think. And if you know that that is the purpose of the professor asking a question, then I think you learn from the whole thing. And every time she teaches something, she will ask you a question, and I ask a question, she will ask me a question back, which made me think a lot. So what we did is we institutionalized an award in her name in the Loyola College, which is still there, for the first year best performing MSc student. So that is something where we have to see how we can contribute to the college, and also remember all our professors. And to the extent that some of the professors went to a Dean of Sciences in VAT, and they called us saying, boss, why can't you come and help us in syllabus framing? Because from in BTech, many courses are from what you call theoretical. They want somebody from an industry to come and frame a course for them to help them out. So those are the experiences which we have, which we need to work and ensure that we collaborate and work for the alma mater. Now if you look at the entire journey, I studied in AM Jain College, which is known for talent. Loyola College taught me about discipline. If you are 9 o'clock class, if you are late by 5 minutes, you have to go and stand in the principal's room. Now that discipline helped for me to go to office before time. So these are the learnings which we need to have. And BIM, which is the institution again, which taught values, and it's about hard work. You work till, she knows, it works till 2:33 in the night, and then again you come to the class at 6:37 in the morning for the thing. And that's how the tough life is in IITs and IIMs. And finally, I did have an opportunity to go to Harvard as part of the Mahindra program. And there I looked at many cultures, many people coming in, professors coming in. I mean, there was a black board there, and it was a very huge board in HBS. And the professor was teaching something. Suddenly he jumped to the blackboard. And he was teaching. So now I could understand the passion of that person. He was suddenly, we were shocked actually. I mean, of course, there was a holding there. But he suddenly jumped, and he was very short. He suddenly jumped to the board and he started teaching there. I mean, that's a kind of a passion which the professors have, and we have to extract our stuff. And if we don't extract, then we are only the losers, because they have the knowledge, and we are in the midst of doctorates here, and they would have produced a number of doctorates. So I think it's a rare privilege for us to be also here, and I would look forward for your interactions. And we learn a lot from the younger generation actually, because I have a daughter who is just 2 years, 3 years in an organization, and we keep sharing, because she is also from a college into a organization, and she shares her predicaments, and I say how to handle it. And I learn from her how she handles her bosses sometimes. So it's a mutual learning. And even in our own organizations, the youngsters give us a lot of thoughts and thoughts to our problems. They give a diverse view. And I call them. I mean, when I have a problem, I call one of my youngsters who are just finished his MBA program coming in, and he gives a different perspective to also get the problem. So there's a bunch of knowledge available. How do you use it to your advantage? And typically, you have to move from intelligent quotient to emotional quotient. And that's what is getting rewarded in the industry. With that important thing, I mean, I thank you all of you for your patience. And I really wish you all, by the prayers of the Guru, Mr. Mahapariva here, and everybody, you will do very well in your lives. And my sincere, humble pranams to all of the teachers and the professors and the doctors here, and to the parents who have been here all the way from there and ensuring that they are part of their child's convocation ceremony. It is a very, very important occasion for the parents, and I want them to click enough photographs with your kids when they do the convocation, and enjoy and keep that few memories with them. And thank you all. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your words of inspiration with us. Every iconic brand on a supermarket shelf carries a story of vision, strategy, and of people who turn ideas into household names. Today, we meet one such storyteller. Years ago, a young graduate from Mumbai set out to understand what truly makes him and consumers connect with a brand. That journey led him through 16 years at some of the world's most trusted companies: PepsiCo, Kimberly-Clark, Mondelez, and Nestle. Where others saw a product, he saw potential. Where others saw a market, he saw community. He helped Milkmaid rise as a digital favorite, strengthened the emotional trust behind Huggies, and played a key role in accelerating giants like Oreo and Cadbury in India. An alumnus of SP Jain Institute of Management, he is known for building brands not just through strategy, but through empathy and deep consumer understanding. Currently, he is working as brand marketing director at PepsiCo. Today, he joins us in sharing insights from a journey that turned ideas into innovations and products into powerful stories. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the architect of beloved brands, our chief guest, Shri Sriram Iyer sir. We would also like to welcome Mrs. Deepthi Iyer ma'am, who joins us today in this celebration. I request our director, Dr. Deepa ma'am, along with our dean and HOD, Dr. Nitin Vazrani sir, to kindly felicitate our guest. I request Shri Sriram sir to kindly address the room.
have the first slide on, yes. Good morning, everyone. Morning. Firstly, thank you. Thank you to Dr. Deepa Dikshit, Director, SIES School of Business Studies, Dr. Nitin Vazirani, sir, Dean Academics, Dr. Swati Kulkarni, Chairperson, PGDM program, and of course, the entire organizing team for giving me this honor and privilege to be amongst you and to speak with you today. As an alumnus of the SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, it makes it even more special for me. And my heart swells with pride to look at our educational group grow so fabulously and to see all of you young minds rise with education, right? My heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you graduates and to your families as well. It is a big day, it's a huge day. You have earned your degree, you have earned the photograph, as Mr. Mahesh pointed out, and you have earned the right to update LinkedIn, right? So before I proceed, just a quick show of hands. How many of you here, graduates, want to be able to lead a team or be leaders in some sense as you move along your professional journey? Quick show of hands. Wow, that's almost everyone, and that's not a surprise at all, right? When we hear the word leadership, we often think of big titles, corner offices, fancy stuff, right? But after many years of having been in business, there's one thing I've learned, and it's a very simple thing, that leadership isn't about beginning, it doesn't begin with a title. It begins with behavior. It is about what you do when no one is looking at you, right? You're graduating into a world that is changing faster than any syllabus can ever catch up with. Technology, AI, new consumers, new competitors, the world is changing so rapidly that it is, you can be sure that it's never going to slow down for us to catch up with it, right? What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow, and that's fine, right? The leaders who succeed are the ones who are going to keep learning on how to move ahead with this fast-changing world. So I want to share a simple framework with you that has helped me over the years, right? If you want to lead, really lead, you need to L-E-A-D, right? Lead is a set of 4 behaviors that I have seen consistently in great leaders, athletes, and brands. I'm a marketer, and I'm also a crazy cricket fanatic, like perhaps many of you. And so I'm going to bring alive, over the next few minutes, these 4 behaviors through many references to the world of cricket and brand building, right? The first behavior, or the L in lead, is about having a learning mindset or a learner's mindset. Leadership starts with humility. It is the ability to say, I don't know everything. Because guess what? And trust me, life will keep reminding you of this throughout your career. And your degree today is not the finish line. If anything, it is a ticket to lifelong learning. Let me share with you an example from my own career. When I was broadly about as young as you, I was fortunate to have a mentor who was a fairly senior executive in the corporate world. He knew my flair and liking for marketing, and his advice to me early on was to start my career in sales before I moved to a marketing role. He mentioned to me that this will give me a clear view of the ground reality, right, before I start making fancy marketing and brand plans. And so when I started off as a management trainee with Nestle, I still remember I had initially got on an early call to start off in a marketing role straight away. But I remembered what my mentor had told me, and I put in a request to my HR back then that if I could start off with a career in sales, and they made it happen. So with 2 years of hardcore FMCG sales experience behind me is when I joined the marketing team. And I can't tell you how invaluable that learning experience was, not just then, but all the way up until now. Because even when I today visualize plans, I'm thinking about how they might apply in market, in the real world, right, at the moment of truth. So as a friendly advice from me to, especially to the marketers in the room, get your hands dirty early on in your career, right? Speak to consumers pretty much throughout your career, and trust me, you're going to learn a hell of a lot as you do that. The second behavior, the E in lead, is empathy. Leadership is not about power, it's about people, right? Empathy is our ability to understand and feel people around us, colleagues, consumers, customers, right? Move beyond data to a human emotion. So in business, we often talk about numbers, but it's important to realize that behind each number is actually a human being. Think about MS Dhoni. Like I said, huge fan of cricket, right? So you're going to see some of these references. What made him exceptional as a leader was not aggression. It wasn't noise, right? It was calm. It was trust. It was his ability to feel the pulse of his team members, to feel the pulse of the moment, right? He knew when to push his team. He knew when to protect his team. He knew when to back them vigorously. And great leaders, just like great captains, feel their teams. And guess what? Great brands do the same as well. They listen before they speak. The third behavior is the A in lead, is adaptability. Change is pretty much guaranteed, right? Plans will fail, markets will surprise you, consumers will keep changing their minds. The question is not if things will change. The question is how quickly do you respond to the change without really losing who you truly are, right? Let's look at cricket again. Test match, ODI, T20. Now one might argue that the fundamentals are the same, right? There is a batter, there is a bowler, and there are a bunch of people on the field chasing a ball. But are they really the same? The formats are completely different, right? And to survive and thrive, the players who do that are the ones who are adapting to the format, right? And staying ahead of the game. Just like the goat that you're seeing on screen right now. Let's look at a brand's example, right? Maggi, decades old, changing regulations, changing health trends, changing formats, even a huge crisis. But what did Maggi do? They responded, they adapted, right? New variants, new communication, new channels. But its core promise did not change. Taste, convenience, trust. And that has an important lesson for us, which is that change your form, but not your soul. Right? The final behavior, the D in lead, is having a doer's attitude. Ideas are everywhere, believe you me. But execution is truly rare. Right? Leadership is about ownership. It's about making things happen and not just talking about them. Right? As you step into the real world, there is going to be no time for theory. Yeah? And that's when doers truly step up. So in your careers, don't wait for perfect conditions. You know, act, learn on the go, right? Adjust quickly. And if you're not happy with, say, systems in your B school or processes in your organizations or even policies made by the government, ask yourself, are you really doing something about it? The world out there is looking for change makers. And for that, the first step is to move beyond thinking into actually doing. Right? So leadership is not about one big moment. What it takes to lead is a series of daily choices. So ask yourself, do you keep learning? Do you listen? do you adapt and do you act? Because leadership is a habit, and habits are built every single day. And guess what? To lead, you don't need a designation, right? You don't need permission to seize opportunities or to take ownership. Start where you are with whatever you have from day one, right? The world notices those who step up quietly, convincingly, authentically, right? So once again, congratulations to each and every one of you graduates. I hope you carry these 4 behaviors of learning, empathy, adaptability, and a doer's attitude as you go along, not just to succeed, but actually to make a difference. The world is waiting for you. Go out there and lead. And with that, I declare the convocation open. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words. A heartfelt thank you to both our guests for sharing your deep expertise with us.
We are certain that your address has made an impact on our audience. Mahesh sir's emphasis on patience and stability in today's world, and Sriram sir's emphasis on leadership has deeply resonated with our graduates, not just giving them inspiration, but a compass for navigating their professional lives. I'm sure by the end of the day, all of them will update their LinkedIns and post something. There's a story that we often forget, the quiet story of consistency. It begins not with extraordinary talents, but with ordinary days. Days when choosing discipline over distraction feels impossible. Days when most would settle, but a few decide to try once more, read one more step, and take one more page. Over the time, these small choices that no one applauds shapes something remarkable. They turn efforts into excellence and routine into mastery. Today, as we honor this graduating class, we recognize that every student here has walked their own journey of growth and resilience. But among them, there are few who have consistently gone that extra step, who turned persistence into a habit and excellence into a way of life. As Will Durant beautifully summarizes in the book called The Story of Philosophy, reflecting on Aristotle's teachings, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit.
Let us now celebrate those scholars who have embodied this habit of excellence throughout their 2-year academic journey. Ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to announce the recipients of the medals for academic distinction for the PGDM batch of 23-25. We proudly invite those graduates who have distinguished themselves to now step into the spotlight along with their dear parents.
We have a student who in every assignment that demanded precision and clarity consistently delivered work marked by discipline and depth. Whether it was analysis, valuations, or interpretation, his approach remained steady and thoughtful. Today, we recognize the consistency by awarding the Medal of Academic Excellence in Finance to Mr. Raghu Natarajan. I request our chief guest, Shri Sriram Iyer sir, and the guest of honor, Shri Mahesh Rajaraman sir, to award the medals of academic excellence and the convocation certificates. I also request Dr. Deepa Dikshit ma'am, Dr. Nitin sir, Dr. Swati Kulkarni ma'am, and Priya ma'am to kindly join for the same.
I'm also happy to share that he was also the recipient of the Dr. Neelakantan Scholarship Award, which was instituted by the alumni in the name of the former director, among the first directors of this institute. Congratulations.
In every discussion on people, culture, and leadership, one student consistently elevated the conversation with thoughtful insights. The Medal for Academic Excellence in Human Resource is awarded to Mr. Nikhil V. Thakur.
In case studies, brand debates, and consumer insights, one student combined creativity with clarity. Her work reflected not just imagination, but an understanding of how ideas connect with people. We proudly award the Medal for Academic Excellence in Marketing to Miss Ria Seth. Can we have a round of applause? When faced with frameworks, simulations, and process challenges, one student stood out for breaking down complexity and building practical solutions. His academic journey reflects a strong commitment to systems and efficiency. The Medal for Academic Excellence in Operations goes to Mr. Nadeem Khan. Thank you. I request everyone to be seated. Let us acknowledge all four toppers for their consistency, clarity, and commitment that brought them to this moment. Let us give all the students a massive round of applause. And now, we stand at the very moment that every speech today has been pointing towards. Every applause today has been leading up to, and every student in this room has quietly waited for. The moment where futures shift. Where dreams that once lived on hostel walls and in half-finished assignment folders finally take their official shape. Let each certificate presented serve as a badge of honor for the journey completed and the beacon for a path ahead. We call upon our chief guest, Shri Sriram Iyer sir, and our director, Dr. Deepa Dikshit ma'am, to hand over the convocation certificates.
Beginning with the graduates from the marketing specialization, Arishi Divedi, Abhinav Harindranath, Aditya Kotekar, Aishwarya Pawar, Anuradha Chaudhary. Anusha Kokadwar, Ashwini Gowda, Charuksh Ingole, Chinmay Thakur, Diksha Talreja. Janvi Bagal, Karan Rajesh, Kartiyani Kamath, Anusha Maratukalam, Nandan Somani. Netra Shaji, Nikhit Naik, Om Mathur, Pratish Shetty, Priya Batham, Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause going. Rahul Moite, Ranjit Martin, Rashmita Shetty, Richie Isaac, Rishabh Nair. Rishabh Sharma, Rohini Mishra, Rushanka Kotakil, Rushikesh Bangar, Saksham Shetty. Can we again have an applause for all the graduates? Let's keep the applause flowing. Sanjana Chandrasekhar, Sanya Shetty, Shirin Nadamal, Shivam Singh, Shivani Telavne. Shrutika Dongare, Simran Fernandez, Suchit Wange, Sudiksha Shetty, Sushmit Pujari. Talha Mohammad Pavne, Tanumay De, Viral Dhodia, Yash Pednekar, Yogin Bora. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all keep the applause going for this beautiful convocation ceremony.
move on to the graduates from the operations specialization. Aishani Choksi, Akshay Nair, Amit Kumar, Prerna Pawar. Thank you, Shri Sriram Iyer sir. We now request Mahesh sir to please join. Moving on to the graduates of the finance specialization. Asna Panjwani, Aditya Hande, Akshat Ramakrishnan, Ankit Kadulkar, Aryan Sanil. Can we have a huge round of applause? Bhavani Talreja, Deepika Bangera, Hamilton Edwin, Jayamani Kandan Pillai, Juhi Pawar. Can we keep the applause going? Kavan Nagda, Kshama Shetty, Lavanya Majindran, Lakshmi Gadekar, Mandar Pawar. Mihir Bhate, Momita Mehti, Mrudula Iyengar, Nancy Felix, Nandini Kunar.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Let's ensure that the volume of our claps remains maintained.
Pratik Dhakad, Prisha Karkera, Rahul Rawat, Rohit Bhaktani, Samiksha Shetty. Let's hear a huge round of applause. Sejal Singh, Shakira Khan, Shreya Pathane, Shruti Jadhav, Sridevi Nadar, we request everyone to keep the applause going. Vardhini Ramchandran, Vignesh Pillai, Vinitra Iyer, Manjeet.
Continuing with the students of the HR specialization, Aditya Nair, Aniket Tambe, Anirudh D'Souza, Anuj Shukla, Chaitrali Kulkarni. Khushi Jain, Madhumita Sabard, Meher Panwala, Priscilla Wilson, Sanjana Shanbag, Varsha Bharadwaj. Let's keep the applause going for all the beautiful students. Thank you, Shri Mahesh Rajaraman sir, Dr. Deepa ma'am and Dr. Nitin sir. We request you to kindly take your seats. Please put your hands together for all our wonderful graduates.
Thank you, everyone. In just a moment, we are going to share a video that brings together the words and wisdom of two very special people. They have a few heartfelt words for you as all of you step into this new chapter of your lives. So sit back and enjoy a little trip down memory lane, and let's hear from those who have guided you along the way.
Wonderful to have you all back again. I'm sure all of you are reminiscing that day when you sat in these very same chairs the first time you joined SIES School of Business Studies. What a day it was, isn't it? Must have been rainy, must have probably been wet, and you a little bit confused about who are going to be my friends, how is this journey going to be. And then quickly you were immersed into an induction program, bombarded with what is marketing, what is finance, what you can do, what you can't do. And then cut to you slowly learn the rhythm of a management program, an immersion program where you played with your friends, and then a lot of vivas, presentations, exams, competitions, friendships, and then some tiffs and some sports. When you look back today, it must feel like a huge journey, and you must be genuinely wondering how all this happened so quickly. But indeed it has. And today you are in a position where you're going to really use your wings to fly. And as you fly, you're going to grow higher, both in terms of your knowledge, your ability to perform in the industry, but most importantly also your role in society. So on this really important day for you and also your family members, I want to give you my best and also take this moment to remind you that as you grow taller, remember to also keep your roots deeper. So when you grow high and see the sky, you're also grounded and you feel that there is something that you can always come back to. One such place will always be your campus and your faculty.
Welcome to your alma mater batch 2325. It just feels like we met yesterday and today we are giving you the convocation certificates. For me, it's one of the most interesting learning batches. The reason why I'm saying is because this was a time where I got to learn a lot of things from you as a director and the second year as a Dean Academics, working very closely with many of you. As you're going to be taking this convocation degree today, I must remind you a very important thing which I strongly believe, that SIES has always built you on a very important platform is your values. Don't forget that your values play a very, very important role in your life wherever you go, whichever organization that you're working, whichever company you start, your values are your foundations. And finally to the batch, I must say, we all speak about, I'm lucky, or when I get married, I'm lucky when I'm getting an MBA degree, I'm lucky when I get a huge amount of dollars or rupees. But please consider yourself lucky when you get a chance to help somebody. So at any point of time, if you get a chance to help somebody on right of you or left of you, consider yourself as you're the most luckiest person. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
My dear students of PGDM batch of 2325, heartiest congratulations on your convocation. Remember, you are not just another batch for me, but you are my family. I have seen your struggles during your assignments, projects, and maybe the placement preparation. But you have really grown. You have professionally grown. I'm very proud of that. Remember, you are a part of SIES. You are always welcome to come back in your struggle time, or maybe whenever you want to give back to the institute. We are always waiting for you. You are my family, and that's how my choices, blessings and care will always there for you. We will be waiting for you at SIES always. So please do come back and share time with us. I wish you all the best and God bless you all.
Let's take the last batch of convocation students. For this, I request our director, Dr. Deepa Dikshit ma'am, and both the guests to kindly come forward. Anshuman Singh, Madhumitha Navidhar, Shweta, Shubham Singh, Tanaya Rane. Thank you very much. I request all the dignitaries.
One thing which I forgot to mention is that when you get into this corporate companies and everything, please ensure you have your work-life balance. It's easier said than done, but ensure that you spend time with your parents, with your kith and kin. See, and this is something which I would say is my regret in life, that out of 31 years, my regret in life is I would have spent more time with my parents and families and everybody. Because see, it's very simple here. Something happens in your life, the corporate will be available only for that day, or your relatives' lives. I mean, nothing should happen, but I'm just saying that particular moment, and genuinely corporate cannot do beyond that. And so therefore, it is that time you have to spend time with your families. And work-life balance is very, very important. At least make it a point that Sundays is available to you and your families. I mean, I cannot talk about Saturdays. Some organizations give Saturday off, but at least the Sundays spend time with your families. And that's very, very important, because that is a great pillar of strength for you all actually. Sorry, I just took 2 minutes to share this thing with you.
Thank you. So sir is saying spend Sunday with family once you go into corporate world, right? Yeah. That indemnifies us. Thank you.
Our institutional mission is clear and unwavering: to impart quality, holistic education and to nurture socially responsible business leaders. At SIS, we have always believed that true success is not only measured by achievements, but by ethics and integrity that carries those achievements forward. And while all these values are woven into our classrooms, our projects, and our culture, today we take a moment to bring them into the open, to allow our students to voice their commitment collectively with pride and purpose through the SIESSBS Oath of Honor. To guide this critical transition from learning to responsible leadership, we invite someone who has been a steady anchor of academic rigor and human insights at our institution. Dr. Nitin Vazrani, sir, Dean Academics and HOD HR, a person whose own work embodies the very principles this oath stands for. Sir, may I request you to kindly come forward to lead our newly certificate graduates through the Oath of Honor.
May I request the graduating students to please stand up? The graduating students only. You will repeat the oath after me, the graduating students. I, as a student of the PGDM program, 2023-25 batch of SIS School of Business Studies, pledge, wherever my life may take me, I will use my knowledge, experience and skills to the best of my ability for the well-being of the society at large. I will uphold the values and ethics inculcated in me by the South Indian Education Society in all my professional endeavors. I will act with honesty and integrity, both in personal as well as professional capacity, taking responsibility for my actions and respecting the rights, opinions and dignity of all.
I will be a loyal ambassador for my institute and will seek to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation. Lastly, I will strive to become a globally responsible citizen with Indian values and ethos. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nitin, sir. Every program has a backbone, a person whose steadiness, clarity, and conviction quietly hold everything together. And in our PGDM family, that guiding presence has always been our chairperson. So, as we reach the final chapter of today's convocation, it only feels right that the words of gratitude come from someone who has shaped this journey not from a distance, but from the front. Someone who has led with both discipline and heart. With immense respect, may I now invite Dr. Swati Kulkarni ma'am, Chairperson PGDM, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Sriram Iyer, guest of honor Mr. Mahesh Rajaraman, our own director ma'am Dr. Deepa Dikshit, Dean Academics Dr. Nitin Vizrani, esteemed faculty members, proud parents, and above all, our dear graduating students. It is my pleasure to deliver a vote of thanks on this deeply meaningful day, a day filled with pride, nostalgia, and hope. First and foremost, we express our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Sriram Iyer, Brand Marketing Director, PepsiCo, for graciously accepting our invitation. Your presence had added immense value to this convocation ceremony. Thank you so much. We are equally honored to have with us our guest of honor, Mr. Mahesh Rajaraman, Chief Risk Officer, Mahindra Finance. Thank you, sir, for being part of this celebration and for motivating our students. A sincere thank you to our director, Dr. Deepa Dikshit, for her strong leadership and unwavering belief in academic excellence. We also extend our warm appreciation to Dr. Nitin Vizrani, Dean Academics, whose steady guidance has helped this batch flourish. To our faculty members, thank you for being teachers, mentors, and sometimes even the counselors who shape not just the minds but also the personalities of these young graduates. To the parents and families, thank you for your faith and the sacrifices you have made quietly in the background. Today is your celebration too. And now, to our dear PGDM 23-25 graduates, today is your day. You came to us as ambitious students, and you leave as confident, capable professionals, ready to take on the world. We have seen you learn, unlearn, laugh, struggle, evolve, and come out stronger each time. As you step into the next chapter of your life, take with you the friendships, the values, and the resilience you have built here. Wherever you go, you will always carry a bit of SIES-SBS, and SBS will always hold a place for you to come back to. Lastly, a warm thank you to our administrative staff, student volunteers, technical team, and everyone who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this ceremony beautiful and memorable. Thank you all for being part of this special day, and to our graduates, congratulations once again. Go ahead and make the world
proud. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for all the graduating students. Congratulations to our graduates, batch of 2023-25.
Before we conclude this event, I request everybody to kindly stand in attention for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की जय वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम
Thank you, everyone. You have made it through the speeches and the awards. Now it's time to officially freeze this memory before you head out to conquer the world. Graduates, find your best spot and wear your biggest smile. We request the dignitaries to now move to the front row below for the photograph.
Toss for the video. Let the host give the countdown, please. Thank you. We bring this ceremony to a close. We're not just ending a day. We're not just ending a day, we are witnessing the beginning of countless new journeys. To the graduating batch of 2023-25, we hope that you feel ready as you step into the world tomorrow. The years you have spent here sharpen minds, sharpen spirits, and quietly build purpose. Thank you for letting us be a part of your growth and your becoming. May your path ahead be bold, meaningful, and filled with moments that make you proud of the person you are becoming. To everyone gathered here, thank you for sharing your milestone with us. Wishing you all a purposeful and fulfilling evening ahead.
One final instruction before we leave. We request you to kindly return your gowns